seems like even if you speak up and speak the truth, how you really feel, Chanel are not really willing to hear what you have to say. And that goes to show that perhaps they are not willing to face the truth or admit the truth. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I'm always trying to grow my channel and all your help would be amazing. I did see an article on the Business of Fashion Instagram saying that Chanel, Louis Vuitton and Prada have raised prices on core products by more than 90% since 2019. Now, as you guys are aware, Chanel bags have caught up so much in retail price over the last few years, and upon following the pre-loved market, I've also noticed the prices are a little bit all over the place. At the moment, I don't think you could necessarily say that Chanel bags are good investments if you buy them from the store, because it seems like something like a Chanel Jumbo in Australia at least is now $20,000, and if you were to buy something like this pre-loved, even if it was in new condition, I'm sure you couldn't fetch that much of a price for it. But in the past, people used to see Chanel bags as these bags that you could hold on to and that would go up in value. And although the retail price is going up, it seems like consumers are pretty much priced out. I am noticing some brands as well even lower their prices to counterbalance the lack of sales that they're getting lately. I am happy to say I can still safely stomach the price of Hermes scarves. So the Business of Fashion founder, editor-in-chief Imran Ahmed says, if it's less expensive to buy higher quality secondhand product in very good condition, why fork out the cash for an overpriced, lower quality new one that will lose its value? And as I just said, I think there is a big focus now on buying pre-loved, especially if you are a collector of bags, if you're a lover of, just having a nice bag. Maybe you like to treat yourself on your birthday. Some people buy cars, some people buy jewelry, some people buy makeup, some people buy all of that and more, but I know for me personally, I am one of those people who will go all out on a bag. So I do find the secondhand super appealing, and I will say for myself, I have bought so many Hermes bags in particular on the secondhand market because they, especially the non-quoted bags, tend to not hold value, and I can find cool styles from previous years, colors that were quite rare that you can't get anymore, and you can find more unique styles, and there is a little bit of a thrill of the chase as well when you shop pre-loved. And when it comes to the Chanel price increases, a lot of people don't really think that the price can be justified, myself included. I did make a video quite a while ago about reasons why I no longer buy Chanel, and it seems that a lot of the commenters did kind of agree with me as well, that the quality is no longer reflected in the price, especially when you're paying so much for a bag. You expect great after sales, you expect it to last more than a year, you expect to have more than a 5-year guarantee warranty, to be honest, if you're spending this much on a high quality bag. The CEO of Chanel was recently interviewed, and I wanted to talk about this interview because I thought it was quite fascinating to hear what her thoughts were on the Chanel price increase. Now, the interviewer, I must admit, did not really ask her that many juicy questions. And if you do want to see another reaction about this interview, I'd really highly recommend watching Super Jacob's reaction on this interview as well, because he goes into lots of detail and he has, such a great eye for Chanel and such great knowledge in handbags. So definitely watch Super Jacob's video as well. I'll link it below. CEO states, our prices are related to our cost prices. We use exquisite raw materials, and our production, as you know, is very rigorous, laborious, handmade. So we raise our prices accordingly. She also states that there are some Chanel jackets that are handmade. They have handmade elements, and that a lot of work goes into each piece from Chanel. She also mentions that a lot of Gen Z and Alpha are buying into Chanel. They buy because they want to buy less and they want to buy better, which is the right mindset to engage with luxury. So she argues that their bags are bags that are gonna be well made, great quality. You buy one, you use it, you buy less, and you make it last. I know that's a quote from Vivienne Westwood as well that I learnt from Super Jacob. But when it comes to Chanel, guys, we know that is all complete BS right now, allegedly, because we have seen so many people unbox these like cutesy little bags, the clasp falls off, the leather is all questionable, the stitching is a bit wonky, the flaps are lopsided, and is this really buying better if you are paying for this kind of quality? And this is something that the CEO does not address and likes to dance around with little crazy sentences and things that don't make any sense. Another thing that Chanel says that you're paying for is innovation, and that they're thinking about the next 100 years and how they want to be remembered, and how people want to look back and look at Chanel in 100 years. What are they doing now? And honestly, guys, the CEO says that they're being sustainable and they're trying to empower women, all that, but I don't think it's that empowering to charge people this amount of money for a faulty handbag, guys. Like, and let's be honest here. Not all Chanel handbags are faulty, but they're definitely not the best quality you can get for however much that they're charging, over $10,000. You could probably go to Coach or somewhere like that and get something that is not far off the same quality, if not better. So I don't think that's empowering women. I think that's making women look like look like silly, to be honest. It's taking advantage of people. And in terms of innovation, what have Chanel done in the last few years that's innovative? They just keep designing the same flap bag over and over again. Oh, the most recent thing they've done is add a top handle. Wow. Very unique. There's no sort of interesting closures they're inventing. For example, just hear me out, guys. At least Hermes make these cool little closures like the Getter bag, or even my Mosaic bag has a really cool mechanism in the bag, like some hardware piece that has never been done before. These like really expensive ways of opening a bag. Like, the reason why they don't innovate that much is because it's too expensive, and they're lazy, guys. Like, they're lazy. They're not giving us anything new. They're not giving us new ideas. They're giving us crap that's inspired from vintage styles from the 90s that is like probably better quality if you get something from the 90s that is like 30 years old, which that's just sad, guys. It's like you're buying a better bag that is old comparing to a new one. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to look back in 100 years and be like, where's my Chanel bag from 2024? Oh, whoops, it's trashed because it was bad quality. There are some parts of Chanel which require years of training, and I guess there's knowledge passed down from many generations as well when it comes to their camellia flowers. I mean, a lot of the categories. But in regards to their handbags, I think it is just down to pure greed now why these bags are so expensive. And I don't think you can quite argue it's just got to do with the cost price. But when it comes to the quality of the bags, it looks like they're stinging out on that a little bit. And it just doesn't make sense why these bags would go up so significantly in price since 2019. And there are so many people who would not agree with the statement that the CEO was making. And it's interesting that there was a lot of comments pointing out that some of the comments that the CEO were making they didn't agree with, and the comments were inevitably turned off this video. So it seems like even if you speak up and speak the truth, how you really feel, Chanel are not really willing to hear what you have to say. And that goes to show that perhaps they are not willing to face the truth or admit the truth that their bags aren't really the best that you can get for the money and not really a sustainable option. One could argue, yes, you should spend a little bit more that's more sustainable, buy one Chanel classic flap that will last you a lifetime instead of buying 50 Coach bags. But I can tell you guys, buying one Chanel classic flap isn't necessarily gonna last you a lifetime. If the stitching is not up to scratch or the leather is not up to scratch, which we have been seeing in a lot of the modern day bags. Not with all bags, but I really recommend, guys, like, just have a look for yourself. And a lot of you guys who collect Chanel will also notice that the quality is not what it used to be for the price, especially compared to 2019. And it's actually smarter to buy one Coach bag for a lot less. That will probably last you a lot longer than a Chanel bag at this case. So there is nothing sustainable about spending $20,000 on a stupid bag that allegedly will last you a lifetime. It's not going to last you a lifetime if you actually wear it. And it just doesn't make any sense what Chanel is saying. The truth is, a lot of their sales come from the makeup, and when it comes to the aspirational client, they're always going to be buying the perfume, the makeup, and the lipstick. And if it wasn't for Chanel Beauty, maybe the prices wouldn't be so high in the boutique. People who commented as well on the Business of Fashion Instagram, who had a lot of interesting things to say. Someone said the rich would do anything to separate themselves from the poor, so why not? If you're willing to pay for it, I would charge them too. And that's exactly right. Chanel are just pricing their things the way that they are because people still buy them. And yes, the aspirational client might not be buying it anymore, but the rich people are, and they can just sell one bag and sell it for more than 10 times the price of probably what they made it for. Probably way more, actually. Like, yeah, it would be a lot more. And it's no skin off their... What is that expression? No skin off their nose or something? Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. It's just... Does it even matter? Someone says these brands are delusional. They have diluted quality of their brands and jacked up the price. Buy vintage and used. They are better made and more affordable. And then someone else says, you're all mistaken. Luxury is the food of riches, and earth is full of riches. There is demand for caviar, champagne, bags, clothes, and these are all different differentiators for riches. And yes, sadly that is true. So despite the price increases, Chanel is still going to keep growing, guys, and the prices will probably still go up. As much as we like to hope they will go down, I do see other brands perhaps who don't have beauty lines maybe feeling the burn a little bit more, but most brands do have their perfume and their makeup as well, which are there to support them. So even through tough times, there's that for the aspirational client. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Do you think the prices have peaked, or can you see them coming down? Has it reached a point where they've just pushed it too far? Love for you to let me know what you think, because I don't know, at this point it's just entertaining, I suppose. So thanks for listening to my video today, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!